Welcome to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be looking at this Seiko Presage chronograph, and this is the SRQ025J. Now, I bought this watch. I always wanted this watch. It's not something I just bought on a whim. There was another one. What was it? I believe it's the SRK011 that is very similar to this. And then they also have the SRQ01J9, and that is a porcelain, or enamel dial. This one is a steel dial. This has all the same hallmarks as the other one. It's fashioned after Seiko's first wristwatch, which is the Laurel, and you can tell that by the way the Arabic numerals are placed and the 12 o'clock at the red 12 o'clock. And I'll put a picture of the Laurel up here so you can see how it's in the same family. Now, let me reset this chronograph. Now, this is a column wheel chronograph with a vertical clutch, so that means you can start and stop this watch without any stutter or flutter. See that? It starts and stops flawlessly. That's the way you build a chronograph, with a column wheel and a vertical clutch. That makes this watch head and shoulders above a lot of other chronographs, in my humble opinion, like Valjoux 7750. Now, Valjoux can be tuned up to run really well, but to me, they just never get this crisp pusher actuation. And that's just my opinion. Now, along with that, this watch offers him hacking, hand winding. You get your, let me move in a little bit. You get your running seconds over here on the right side by 3 o'clock. You have your chronograph totalizers at 6 o'clock and at 9 o'clock. And you have a small date wheel right at 4:30. And I would have liked this watch without the date, because it's kind of too small to be very useful, in my opinion. But that's there, and that's how they made it. So I won't take away from it. That's just how it is. I brought it like that. Now you get a lovely alligator strap that's pretty nicely bolstered, and this alligator strap requires just about no break-in. Now on the side of the case, you get a real nice, smooth, flowing case, a double-stepped bezel, sapphire crown. See the dome in the crown with the distortion? You get a non-screw down crown, but you do get a Seiko signed crown. Has a laser etching on there. And then the crown is canted up, kind of like a top hat. So you can get a real good purchase on that when you're winding and setting that. Now, I do believe the hands move in. The hands are thermally blued, and that's the second hand. I mean, not the second hand. The chronograph second hand, and the hour and minute hand. The other hands are not. And the sub dials have this beautiful radio type finish with a silver bezel around each sub dial that just makes it pop and dance in the light. You get inner AR coating on the crystal. You get a real nice applied Seiko sign, and then real nice Presage printing. Now, I'm going to zoom in on this and show you that. Look how nice the Seiko sign is applied on there, and the Presage printing, and then you can see the dial and the texture of the steel dial. Even though it's a white dial, that really doesn't do anything to break up or make it less legible. Real nice, real nice. Okay, now looking at this, I'll turn it to the side a little bit so you can catch the blue hands. See how the hands dance in the light? See that? There you go. Really beautiful, and it pops outside. And now, once the light hits it, you can see the dial and the kind of like a barley corn or a wheat pattern on that. It's kind of like a wheat pattern on the dial, and you can see that AR coating. Now, all the printing on the numbers are really nice and legible. You do get at every 5-minute indice, you also get the seconds. So you get 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 3 seconds, right outboard of the indice. You'll get that, and then you also get a seconds track all the way around the outside. Now you get a display back, and now this, excuse me, this watch is 45 minutes of autonomy. 45 hours of power reserve, and it's 42 millimeters thick. 42 millimeters is the case. It's about 15.2 millimeters thick, and it has a 20 millimeter lugs. So it will be a strap monster. You can put it on all different kind of straps, although I do like it on this alligator strap. And this watch has a real lovely pin buckle with a deployant clasp. It's really nice. See that? High quality. And it's a signed deployant clasp. The sign right there, Seiko. And it's all brushed. And I really like that because when they're polished, it seems like you get really desk diving marks really quick. And if it's not polished, you don't get that. So that's real nice, and that's a real alligator strap, by the way. I don't need to let you know how much that costs, but it's real nice, nicely bolstered, nicely tapered, real nice keepers, twin trigger deployant clasp on there. It's a breeze to operate, so whenever you're donning or taking the watch off at night, you have security. You don't have to worry about your watch dropping to the floor and something happened to it. Now, on this 8R, what is this movement? I think it's the 8R. Let me see. It's the 8R movement. It's the 8R48 movement. That's what this is. That's what it is. It's the 8R48 movement, and this watch beats at 28,800 vibrations an hour. It's automatic. It has bi-directional winding. You see it has some Côte de Genève over there on the rotor, and it's a basic finished movement. It's not really out there. The back glass isn't sapphire, it's Hardlex. It's not sapphire, it's just Hardlex. The front is sapphire though, which is a good thing. You have a 34 joule count. It has hand winding, quick date, and like I said before, it has a column wheel and a vertical clutch, and also screw down crown with 100 meters. A screw down back with 100 meters of water resistance, so you don't have to worry about the rain or anything like that with this watch. Although I wouldn't take it in the pool because you don't have a screw down crown, and you do have just these just these plain old pushers that don't screw down. But all in all, it's still a beautiful watch for what it is, even though some might think it's a little thick. I think it's great. Now, I'll put all the specs up to the watch right here. And these watches come right in about 1,900 bucks. You can get them for a little less sometimes, but they seem to be holding their value right now. So check this out. This is my new chronograph, and I really, really like it. I really like it. I don't know if it has a nickname or anything, but I know it's patterned after that famous Laurel watch. That was Seiko's first watch. So tell me what you guys think about this. My name is Big E, and that's the watch once over, and this is my new Seiko chronograph. I really dig it. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless, and have a great one.